Hey, Will, when you go out there this weekend, there's been a lot of talk about, nobody needing to be, play hero ball or whatever. But, how much pressure do you feel just going out there and especially knowing all the accuracy stuff that's kind of been talked about with you to just go out there and prove that you belong in this position?
I mean, I know there's pressure surrounding me, but that's a good thing. That means that there's high expectations, and that's when people think that there's potential to do some really good things, which there definitely are with this offense and me running with it. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous, but I also think that's good. I mean, that means that I'm going through a big opportunity here, and it's really exciting for me. It's something that I've been waiting on for a long time. But at the end of the day, it's just going out there and playing ball. I mean, I'm gonna prepare my butt off and be ready for the game, and just kind of let everything come to me and trust my instincts and the schemes that are drawn up for us. And we're going to have some good balance between throwing the ball and just going out there and executing the offense. And at the end of the day, as long as I do my best, I know that can't be upset with the performance. So hopefully it's how it goes. And I think, like I said, as long as I prepare, we'll be in good shape.
Jeff Drummond.
Hey, Will, Josh kind of asked you what I was going to ask, but I'd kind of add to it. Do you have anything that you do kind of pre-game or going into a game that kind of helps you calm the nerves a little bit or get you in the right frame of mind to play?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar just with the setup of our pre-game quite yet, just with the time off that we have before the game, how much time I'll have to myself. But I definitely like to take some time just to myself and just do like some breathing exercises and just making sure I just bring myself back to base, letting any nerves settle. Going to be really amped up, really energized, and making sure I'm just mentally neutral, just in after every play and going into any situation, not too high, not too low, and just taking it one play at a time and just making sure I'm loose, listening to my body. Obviously, everyone getting their bodies ready for the game. That's the biggest thing, and going out there and letting my instincts take over, like I said before.
Larry Vaught.
Hey, Will, I'm sure you could sense the excitement around the program and all right now. Do you feel like fans are almost expecting you're just going to throw for 400 yards every game?
Yeah. I mean, that'd be awesome if I do, but I think that there's a lot of excitement, which I think there rightfully should be, just around the program. And I've said this before. I mean, Kentucky's been very successful in recent years, with quite frankly not really having an efficient passing offense. And I think once we can show that that's a part of our game and our program, that the sky's the limit for us. So we just got to execute and trust in Coach Cohen and the offense, and there should be some really good offensive games, both passing and running the ball.
John Clay.
Well, what's been the hardest part of this offense for you to pick up or feel like that I guess I'm asking what's taken the most work for you as far as this offense is concerned?
I'd say the under center fundamentals, both with just the run game and the play action game. That's something that I haven't done since high school. And I mean, first snap I took of camp this summer, just in a walkthrough, fumbled the under center snap. And I was like, oh no, here we go. But it was the only time it happened, and feel a lot more comfortable now, and a lot more consistent and a lot more fundamentally sound with all the under center stuff. And I just feel very comfortable with it. And we're going to be able to mix in a lot of both under center and gun stuff to let this offense run efficiently.
Lonnie.
Well, I know you've probably seen on film the catwalk. How are you going to feel when you're walking down the catwalk Saturday on the way to the field, to the stadium? What's that going to be like for you?
I mean, I'm really excited for it, and like I said, I'm gonna soak it in, and I'm gonna cherish the moment, but making sure I just stay mentally neutral, like I said before, and just not getting too excited, not letting my nerves get to me. And I know it's a very special event for the team in pregame for our routine, and going to soak it all in. And when it gets down to business, getting in the stadium and just starting to get ready and focus for the game.
Is it going to have?
Josh,
Is it going to have get you loose, even more loose than what you already will be?
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Thank you.
Josh Moore.
Well, I know last year at Penn State, the running back situation was a little shaky. What's it like having a guy like Chris Rodriguez back there specifically to kind of, maybe take the pressure off a little bit?
I mean, I don't think it was very shaky. We had some awesome running backs at Penn State, and we did have some injuries, but it was just next man up mentality for us. And those kids are awesome, and they're great players, and they're continually going to get much better and better. But I've been around some great running backs, and Chris is right up there with the running backs that I've played with and been around with, and both him and Cavassier are both going to be great 1-2 punch for us, and some other guys are definitely going to be able to get in there and run the ball and show that we have a mix of runners that are going to be able to contribute for us.
Larry Vaught.
Yeah, Will, does Liam let you have any impact at all or on the game plan?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we have conversations throughout the week about how we feel about certain things. It might not be a whole scheme, but it might be like footwork on a certain play, or how we're going to think about reading a play. Not so much that, but it's all about obviously like making it as comfortable as possible for us. And if we have a good idea or a good scheme and like bring it up to him, I mean, there's a couple that we might have even just said in passing over the summer, and they turned into like plays for us. So there's always room for open conversation for anybody in the offense, not even just me and the other quarterbacks, but I forget what it was, but you were in a meeting with the offense the other day, and Wandell said something about how he was running a route, and Coach Cohen was like, now that you put it that way, that's actually better. Let's do that. So, I mean, there's a lot of open conversation for the offense, and he's obviously going to say if he wants it a certain way, we're going to do it that way. But it's definitely very open and relaxed in that sense.
John Clay.
Will, ULM has a new coaching staff. Has it been tough to prepare for their defense, or this being the first game in a new system, are you guys just locked in on executing what you guys want to do?
Yeah, definitely. So we know that this staff has history at Clemson, so that's most of the film that we've been watching, expecting some of that. But I mean, you really never know. We might get out there and see them in a front or some kind of coverage that we haven't seen or prepared for on tape at all. And that's just kind of where we let our natural instincts take over. And we have the whole offense at our disposal. And Coach Cohen knows what works against what looks, and he'll call whatever is suited for what we get. So we're going to be ready regardless of what they throw at us, I think. But yeah, there's definitely that kind of sense of uncertainty of what exact looks we're going to get. But we feel pretty good about what we've been preparing with and what looks we're expecting.
And Nick Roush.
You were the running quarterback, quote unquote, back in the day. I know a lot of those guys like getting hit just to kind of feel the game, kind of shake the rust off or whatever. Are you one of those? Do you need to get hit? Do you need to let a pass fly 50 yards downfield just to get into the flow of the game?
Yeah, I am kind of that guy. I think that when I go out there, like sometimes there might be a little nerves, and once you get hit, it kind of just flushes out of you. And even when I ran the ball, sometimes like on some like power read or whatever it was, sometimes I even just like seek contact just to kind of, in a situation just to get an extra yard or something where a quarterback might not necessarily do that. I just knew that I was the type of physical runner that I could do that. But at the same time, I'm not going to be running the ball as much here, and I'd be perfectly fine with not getting touched for the whole game. So either way, I'll do whatever it takes to move the ball down the field and win the game.
All right, last one, Jeff Drummond, go ahead.
Yeah, Will, we asked you on media day, some of the reasons behind you coming to Kentucky, and you had mentioned that your mom had asked about the O-line was one of the first things that she approached you with. Have they kind of lived up to those expectations you had when you started camp?
Yeah, definitely. I think just from a physicality standpoint, and stature of the guys that are rotating in and playing and are going to be playing for us. I think the addition of Dare is huge for us, and he's going to be a great player. But we just have great depth there and some smart guys up there. And we've had really good conversations about pass protections and how to pick up certain blitzes and looks. And I think we're in a really good spot, both from a pass protection standpoint and a run blocking standpoint. And very confident in those guys. And I mean, those are my best buddies. They protect me, and hopefully I see a lot of their butts during the game, and that means they're doing a good job.
All right. Thank you, Will. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.